Boom. All right. So let's get back to Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Kate plus 8. Walt, will you be watching it?
She's back?
Have they not fucking milked this fucking maniac enough?
Why is she maniac? She's just out looking.
Oh, she's a sick fucking piece of shit, man. Come on. Exploiting those kids more now?
Well, they're older now. They can handle it a little bit better.
Kate's looking for romance. They're going to bring her on a fucking helicopter. A rich guy's going to bring her on a helicopter to go on a date. This is something that nobody does. Nobody does.
What, go on a helicopter date?
I think that you probably
I could have if I wanted to.
I think
when I was courting my wife, I could have. If I had any balls, I would have been like, "Hey, let's go on a helicopter ride." But I don't go on I don't fly, so I wouldn't have did it. But I would have.
So,
I would have gotten.
So you drove her somewhere.
Yeah. Well, she drove me.
Actually, my mom drove us. Still,
but for you to be like, this is the empire, and you're talking right now.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to assume that nobody cares about K plus 8 because you don't.
Oh no, I think they do.
Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people want to catch up because she got a raw deal.
How the fuck did she get a raw deal?
She had all these kids, all those bills.
Mm-hmm.
No way in hell that that you could ever live on their salaries, raising those kids.
Right.
Given this lottery winning chance to be on a TV show, it hits. And her dumbass husband can't handle it.
I thought she was a big part of it too. She was not very likable.
Right, but she didn't step out on him.
Do you know her husband fucking single-handedly destroyed the Ed Hardy brand? Can you imagine being responsible for that?
And what did he do? Just wearing them?
Just wearing the shirt alone. People hated him so much that wearing the Ed Hardy shirt destroyed the fucking brand. Can you imagine?
Yeah, those shirts are stupid anyway.
Now this is what the Empire would do though. They would
Wait, who's the Empire again?
The Republicans.
Okay.
They would just see a couple stories about K plus 8 without ever watching episodes or even one and just form an opinion. I watched a lot of that show because my kids liked it.
Right.
I thought it was fluff and harmless entertainment.
Right.
Now,
nonsense.
Kate plus 8.
Kate plus 8.
Was John ever
John
on
and
it?
Kate.
Oh,
John
okay.
and Kate plus 8.
John was not on the sequel series at all?
That's the new sequel series is coming now.
Oh, we haven't had enough Kate. Don't you understand?
Wait, don't you understand? No, it's been so
we need more.
But it's been so long, and people are interested in seeing how those kids have grown now. What are they into now? What are they into in high school? What has Kate been keeping up with?
Why did Kate Gosselin cut down her kid's hideout?
What?
I said, why did Kate Gosselin cut down her kid's hideout? I don't even know what the fuck
it's
that
probably
means.
like a treehouse or something.
I imagine so, yeah.
But why did you hate it so much? Because you thought it was...
Because I think everything that TLC does exploits dysfunctional type shit.
But to TLC's... to defend them in just a little bit, though, that show painted that family in a very positive light in terms of it was just like I said, it was fluff until this fucking idiot started fucking getting seen around town with other women and being photographed by paparazzi.
I thought that was
and they
afterwards.
Had to address it then.
I thought that was afterwards.
No, that was during the show's...
no, I mean...
At the height of the show's popularity.
But they were having marital problems within the show and pretending they weren't.
Well, what's the marital problem? Because he's... Who's to say that they showed it on the camera? I doubt they showed.
Do we have a TLC commercial this week or something?
No, but I don't see. But like I said, I watched the show. I guarantee you never watched the show.
I watched it once or twice when it was it would just happen to be on,
right.
And I was like, I
it's
can't
fluff,
believe,
though, right?
It's beyond.
It's like cotton candy. There's no substance to it.
If I were you, I would have punished my daughters for watching it.
Well, but why though? They like to see the kids go out and just. It just was fluff.
Go for fucking helicopter rides like all kids do. I liked it when your kids used to watch the Baker Show.
Oh, Bam.
Emerald. Yeah, I like to hear that.
But they enjoyed that show. They like seeing.
They could at least learn something from it. They could learn how to cook or whatever.
Well, who's to say they didn't learn anything? You didn't watch the show though. You're basing
I watched
your opinion.
a couple.
You're basing your opinions on other people saying that it's exploitive to those kids.
No, I mean I've seen enough.
Did you
I've read
think it was
enough.
exploitive back then?
Yeah, I did actually.
Did you
when
think
they
it
were
was exploitive on Honey Doo Doo?
why can't Honey Boo Boo? Absolutely.
But you still watched it and enjoyed it, though.
I did not enjoy it. I tweeted, I live
Wait a minute.
tweeted like
Didn't
2
he
or 3 episodes.
talk about it constantly?
Yeah, but he hated
loved
it.
I thought.
Yeah, I couldn't believe
That was in the
stop
period
watching
where he would just obsess over shit that he hated.
Yeah. I never
that period
thought.
was ended?
Okay, a little bit.
It's early in 2016, you know. No, Honey Boo Boo was, and like shit like Dance Moms, like that kind of bullshit. Like we fucking come on.
Yeah,
we know it's bullshit.
I know.
And then everything eventually comes out. You know, the Abby Lee Miller is fucking evading taxes. The Mob Wives thing, I don't understand how people can be so fascinated by people who are not really, who are related to people who have done these horrendous things. The Growing Up Gotti thing. I remember when that first came out, and you said you were like, "This is fucking unreal."
Yeah, I was very surprised that they gave them a show.
Don't understand the celebration of shitheads. You know, the celebration the Kardashians, this kind of nonsense.
You're not alone in that.
It's mind-boggling.
I don't see how you can't see that it would be interesting to those people who watch that show to revisit that family 5-6 years later, whatever it is, maybe even more.
Maybe.
You know, I mean, she went through a lot. She raised those kids without a husband now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she had zero help. Yeah, I'm sure she did it all on her fucking own.
Oh yeah, when the money went dry from TLC, do you think that she still had all that big money rolling in when the show was off the air? I
gotta fucking tell you, man. I look on the internet and I see people at like openings and galas and parties. People that I'm like, I know I gotta be more famous than this fucking idiot. How come I never get invited to a gala?
Well, they probably listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave, man. Your views are fucking
they're like, he's gonna frown. They're gonna frown on the red carpet.
If you don't believe what you're saying is polarizing to people listening,
I'll bet you most people will. My distaste for Kate Plus 8 will not register. I don't think it's going to be like Star Wars.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you posted with guns. And you don't think that's
that was a joke. That was a direct joke because somebody said I was listening to too much Anthony Cumia, which I don't because I don't have that subscription.
Q, what do you think?
I'm an OP man.
I mean, you don't think that family took a chance?
If they were midgets, I'd watch it.
But Kate, let's say, give it an opportunity. You have 8 kids, and you don't have no idea that's going to happen. You're just blessed or cursed with 8 kids.
I'd say cursed, but yeah.
And you're given an opportunity to be on a show and maybe make a little extra cash. You don't know it's going to hit. You don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, I see that.
Would you take that chance and go on that merry-go-round?
Yeah.
Now, of course, it didn't go well. I mean, the family
it's still in progress. You never know.
What?
It's going well.
They're going to rekindle.
They're divorced, but that's not the worst thing in the world. She's out on helicopters now. So
would they have divorced without that show, though? That's always the argument.
I mean, it's a redundant argument. Who gives a shit? They did the show, so the argument doesn't really hold any water.
I'm not even. I think she should do the show. There's no I mean, she's going to make this new show. She's going to make money. The argument originally started garbage TV. This is, like you said, it's fluff. It's garbage.
But we need a little fluff once in a while, don't we? I mean, does everything have to be so fucking heavy, like making murderers, and the people just want to, like, when they come home from work from a hard day, they just want to be able to kind of tune out, and watch something that they don't need a lot of to pay a lot of attention to.
Yeah, I mean, I like to be hyper vigilant.
Yeah, but you don't fucking come home from work ever. You're fucking always home.
Right, that's not going to remain hyper vigilant. I don't have time for fluff. I don't need it. My life is fluff. I live fluff.
You're not in the rat race. You're not fucking commuting back and forth 3 hours.
I'm not in the fucking trenches of this fucking secret stash. I just need to fucking cool down with some Kate Plus 8. Wow, she's a romantic helicopter ride. Girls, turn this up. Let's see what they've been up to. Oh, Kate. Look at that bikini bod.
I wasn't talking about me. I'm talking about the people who go to work and they don't have time to fucking get into
like fucking hostage negotiators.
No, not even. No, I'm just talking about people who go work a shitty job They drive an hour there and they drive an hour back and battle traffic to go to that shitty job.
Right.
They don't want to have a show that they have to invest a lot of thought into, like your Making of a Murderer or your.
I swear, I thought you were going to say Impractical. I swear, I thought you were going to say that. I was like, he's about to insult him. I was like, I can't believe it.
What you just did.
This is going to be great. He's comparing Impractical Jokers to Kate plus
Oh, come on, man! Come on, man! If there's never been a more fluff show on a fucking network that's hailed for fucking quality programming,
Small Town Security?
it's got to be Comic Book Men. I mean, you peel it away, there's nothing there.
None of us have any clothes.
I mean, it's the equivalent of a potato chip when there's fucking hors d'oeuvres everywhere on that fucking channel.
Yeah, so kind of. There's a lot of good shows on that channel.
I mean,
Talking Dead is more highbrow.
Yeah, talking about a show that just happened. Yeah, you know what? I'll agree with you 100% that our show is about as fluffy. And, like, you have to invest no fucking thought into it at all. But at least we try to make it
Yes.
as entertaining as possible.
but when you boil it down, it's not heady. It's just like, hey, man, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm just saying. There's nothing wrong with a show that you're like, I just watched The Walking Dead,
Right.
high tension, like, let me just relax a little bit.
They got away from the zombies again.
There's a lot of tension in that show. There's a lot of like stress when you watch it, and people say it's a great stress release to watch Comic Book Men because it's just revisit your childhood, see some old actor that you haven't seen in years.
They're not talking about me, are they?
Crack a joke at Ming's expense.
Right.
All right, let's watch Walking Dead again.
Finally, that's over. That's what we missed on Walking Dead.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do you?
No.
There has to be
I would say
programming
IJ
like that.
falls in the same sort of thing.
Right? You're like people come home, they don't want to follow a storyline. There's 6 seasons before this.
Right.
And IJ, you don't need to follow the seasons 1 through 5. You just got to be able to walk in and catch the newest
That's
prank.
it.
And the same thing. You don't need all you need to know in that beginning. They sum it all for you. Kate has 8 kids,
Right.
and she's going to date now.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait now. If there's anything I would want to watch after sitting in traffic for an hour instead of hanging out with my family or even taking drugs, it would be watching Kate's romance fucking blossom.
Oh, you cynical bitch.
Jesus.
Fuck that fucking fluffy
All
bullshit.
right. Tell him, Steve Dave.
I got more K plus 8 arguments. We were
Still going?
That was part 1.
Tell him, Steve. Dave.